Okay, I'm going to repeat that for you. Do I focus on those little actions that happen every single day, or do I look back and see who my child has become over these years? Okay, and I would definitely say the next one. Okay, focus on who your child has become, what has he grown into, how has his personality shaped, how has his character taken shape over these years, whatever age your child is in right now, than actually focusing a lot on those little actions that happen every day. If your child is not listening sometimes to you, if your child is arrogant, once in a while, and sometimes what happens at that moment, we take it so seriously and we take it so much to the heart and exactly express the same to our children. We are so focused on those little actions become too huge. Little actions of our children become too huge. That moment you feel that things are just not going right, everything just falling apart, things are not working for you, children just don't seem to listen to you, you don't know how to handle them. It becomes so huge. But if you actually sit and see the journey that your child has gone through, okay, let's assume your child is 8 right now, in the 8 years, who he has become in general, on the whole, the bigger picture, you would actually be proud of the amount of growth your child has had. You would be proud of the changes or the learnings, the knowledge that he has gained. You would be proud of the actions that he has taken. You would be proud of who he was and who he has become, right? So it's actually, it gives you a sense of relief. If you're just like this, focusing on only now, without seeing the journey that your child and you have had together, you're going to be tensed, you're going to be frustrated, it's going to be too much of chaos, you'll be too much in stress and worry all the time. Because what happens, though children make these little mistakes and though we feel that sometimes they're not listening to us, but if you see, the overall journey would be really good. But if you think the overall journey is not as you expected it to be, or if you really see that your child is not growing in the graph, but his growth is dipping, the graph is dipping, then it's a matter of concern. Then definitely you need to step up and do whatever is required to make things work, to change things. Yeah, what do you think about this? Okay, let's check like this. Do you think the graph is what do I say, is growing up or down? Rani says 8 years graph up, graph is down. Okay, then Rani, you might want to attend the masterclass that we will have, okay, and see where you are, because the concepts will help you understand which part you need to tweak. Graph up is what Netra says. See, don't you think based on this you feel that we worry unnecessarily most of the times? Kirti says 4 years graph up, sometimes I feel down. Okay, of course sometimes you feel down, that is the momentary thing that I was talking about at that moment. Okay, Bhavya says 3 years and graph down. Bhavya, 3 years, don't worry so much, because it's still just a smaller time frame to even judge if the graph is up or down. Okay, so don't worry, just allow yourself time. Okay, and just keep learning a lot, keep learning. Okay, all right, so quickly let's move on to the next one, the final one. And again, this is my most favorite. Okay, am I a good role model for my children? And this question each of us need to keep asking very often, at least once in 6 months, am I a good role model to my children, right? And when I say about this, here I want to really specifically talk about not just the overall you, but those little aspects of you, because children are good observers. They learn more through observing than through listening, right? So they keep observing those little actions of yours. Those actions is what, your actions is what is going to dictate their action and their thinking and their feelings, and that is what is going to shape their personality. So every little thing that you do, you need to be 100% sure that it's worth putting that out to your children, so they start seeing you as that ideal role model, like a good role model. If you don't want your child to learn something, make sure you never do that. Yeah, even sometimes if you don't tell your children, trust me, they catch your vibes. Even if they don't know you're doing it, at least your vibes convey something to them, saying something is not right. And children sense energies and vibes very easily than adults. Yeah, and that's what PTP Hub is all about. If I have to summarize PTP Hub, the learnings that we're going to have in PTP Hub in one sentence, it's going to be about being a good role model to our children. That is, how can I grow myself? Okay, I grow as a result of my growth, my children grow. Most of the times in the PTP Hub, any learnings of the PTP Hub is not focused on children. Entire learning, like more than 95% of the learnings that we have is focused only on us. It's we need to grow. So as a result of my growth, my children grow. Okay, I want you all to keep humming this sentence until it becomes a part of who you are. I grow. As a result of my growth, my children grow. In fact, I took a survey in the PTP Hub, and some of you have not filled. I'm going to put that again. The form, the survey actually, had two main questions. One is, what are your wins with respect to self, which is for parents? And though we don't touch upon children in PTP learnings, okay, there was still a question asked, what are the wins with respect to your children? And if you see, those were amazing. Though we don't touch upon children's growth, just because we grow, there's a huge change, there's a huge growth in the mindset and actions of children that we have seen. So with this, we come to the end of today's session. We come to the end of today's video, which is questions to ask the parent in you. So if you want to continue your learning journey, then I want you to click the link in the description box and be a part of my closed Facebook group called Parenting with Ease, wherein you can attend the Monday lives that I do every week. All right, I'm going to see you there. Take care.